It's a great day at Carolina Sewing Back. It's Kim back with you. I just want to thank you for watching our videos and taking the time out of your day to sit and share a little bit of your time with us. I hope you won't be disappointed. I do want to tell you how surprising it is that today it's like mid-October, so can you believe that? We're actually headed towards the end of the year. But the most incredible thing for me is that we're only 20 days away from Embroidery Party, and so I want you to make plans to come if you can. Remember that Embroidery Party will be November 6th and 7th. That's a Friday and a Saturday. Same presentation on Friday and Saturday, so you can pick one of those days. I usually get started about 10 in the morning, and we usually end at about 2, and we'll have lunch on site for you, so you can just stay, play, shop. There'll be lots of inspiration. If you're not an embroiderer, I invite you anyway, because we've got crafting things for you to see, sewing, serging. I actually try to do a little bit of everything. There'll be some handwork even this time, so you be sure to come on. Just give us a call to reserve your spot so we make sure we've got plenty of room for you. This year, if you come, as always, we like to give you something for free. One of our freebies this year is going to be the Cuddle Up Cute pattern. This is a pattern of mine, and I'm going to show you how at Embroidery Party to get this done. It's nice, it's warm, it's all done out of Minky, so it's so wonderful. It's great for a baby, it's great for anyone. So you be sure to come to that. Now last week when we showed you the Kimberbell, we ran out of Christmas and winter, and I wanted to let you know that they are back in stock. So Christmas and winter is back in stock for you. And then along with that, we've got a new one this week. She's came out with the Flying Geese. This is a zipper pouch. This one is so easy to do. We wanted to do a class on this one, so I took the time to do it this week. This is the large. There's a jumbo, so there's one actually even bigger than this. You've got your zipper completely lined. This is a great bag. I mean, this one is pretty roomy in and of itself, but this is not the largest one. We're going to have a class on this October 29th. We're going to get started about 10 in the morning, probably be finished at least by 1, and we're going to cut those kits for you so you can just come and sit, bring your machine, and stitch up your Kimberbell in the pouch. If you've got a machine that sews a 5x7 or larger, you'll be fine, and we can make sure that we've got one that sews the size that you need for your hoop machine. We also got a lot of pre-cuts in this week. Moda, they're a wonderful company. We love the fact that they offer us a lot of pre-cuts for their new lines when they introduce them. And then one thing that they started last year is they offer their pre-cuts to some dealers early, so we can get our pre-cuts really soon, and then our bolts come in a little bit later. So we got 3 new groups in this week. We got the jelly rolls in for those, and also the great layer cakes. So some are nice and bright and fun and great, and then we got a really nice collection. First Crush is out for Valentine's Day actually, so you know they always do a Valentine's theme, but this is a great wedding quilt for those of you who are preparing for that, or like a signature quilt and that type of thing, but it's called First Crush. And so the bolts will be following, but the pre-cuts always sell out so fast that you have to really get those up quick. And we do have stock now with the jelly rolls and the layer cakes, and just a few of the ho packs left. These have been so fun. I like to pick up all pre-cuts, but I really love the layer cakes because I can do so much with them, especially as embroiderers. When we're doing machine applique, we can have just a little bit of fabric to drop down, and I do a lot of projects with those too, because 10 inches of fabric actually gives you something nice and big to work with. In January, we're going to actually have a pre-cut party, so I want you to be thinking about that. We haven't announced that date yet, but in January of 2016, we're going to do a pre-cut party, where if you're not sure about pre-cuts, we can show you some of the things you can do with those. But I wanted to share real quick with you just a project today with just a 10-inch square. So when you purchase a layer cake, this is just an idea of something you can do. You know, during the holidays, whether it's time for Halloween and trick-or-treat, or a gift-giving time during December, this is a great thing to make as little goodie bags, and you can put baked goods in them, you can fill them with candy, but they're also great for gifts. You can put a gift down inside these, and you just take your 10-inch square, and it is sewn up so quickly on the serger. So I'm going to do one today for you. I'm going to be sewing today on the Baby Lock Imagine. And we're going to do a 3-thread edge. Now with this 3-thread stitch, it's not a 3-thread rolled edge stitch, it's just a regular overcast stitch. I've actually removed my left needle, which actually brings my stitch from wide to narrow. So I just want a narrower stitch. So with my right needle in and my upper looper and lower looper, I can get just a 3-thread overcast stitch, which a lot of times I use that as a decorative stitch. Now with the Baby Lock Imagine, please notice there are no tensions to adjust. We only have a dial setting. So I'm set up on C, which is going to narrow down my stitch, but I can't help but show you just real quick how easy it is to thread this machine. So what you saw me do just now is I locked the tubes on my Baby Lock. The Imagine works with tubular threading. So what we have is actually tubes that interlock so that the thread can jet air through the tubes and come out of your loopers. So I'm going to leave my needle threaded up there, but I want you to see this is my upper looper. For those of you who have actually serged before, you know exactly what that is. To thread my upper looper, I do not need a pair of tweezers. I pull out about a foot of thread. I feed down in the porthole about an inch. I usually pull my fingers right down the edge of that thread, and the oils will release from your fingers and strengthen that a little bit so it'll slide right in. I usually go, like I said, about an inch down in, and there's your upper looper threaded. It just pumps right out through. You slide it over to the left for lower looper. To the right for lower looper, and do the same thing. Pull out about a foot of thread, feed down into the porthole about 1 inch. Always make sure that I've got a clean cut on this thread, and there's your lower looper as well. So it just pulls right out. Now once you're ready to serge, you slide this over and close everything up, and we're all set to go. So with my foot down, I'm just going to test real quick. I want to just take that 10-inch square, just like it is when you get it right out of your layer cake, and run it right through. Now if you were doing a whole bunch of these, like a whole stack of all your layer cakes, you could run that through and use a decorative thread in your upper looper. Like with this fabric here, the glow thread would be great, so it glows in the dark, and you put that in the upper looper only and do your whole stack, and then you can switch out to your serger thread when you get ready to construct these. Now what you're going to do is we just need about 12 inches of ribbon, and we're going to tuck that ribbon in on the side right here, and we're going to place our right sides together, pin this together, and then we're going to serge down this edge first. And I actually have one ready. So what I've done here is I've just taken my ribbon, and I've got to put my right sides together. So you know this is a great time to use your Wonder Clips. If you don't have a set of Wonder Clips by Clover, these work exceptionally well to put bindings on, but I like them if I'm sewing on vinyl or leather, or even to keep things out of the way for me. So I've just clipped that together on the inside portion. Put your right sides together. One thing is when you're on a serger, sometimes if you'll pin with your straight pin out to the right, that'll help you to remember not to run over it. So you'll see my flat flower head pin sticking to the right there. I'm going to pull that out. Trim a little bit when you serge, even though it's already cut to size, you'll get a better stitch on the edge. So we've got our 3-thread rolled edge here. The last step to complete this bag is I usually just pinch to the front and make a little crease. That's your center front that actually comes and pulls itself to the back where your stitch is, across the back here. And we're just going to stitch across that bottom edge. So just that quickly, pull this off. You turn your bag inside out, and you've got a great little gift bag already completely finished for you. And like I said, now with that glow bug thread, that will be great. Now let me show you what I love to drop inside of these. This one's already done up for Christmas, as you can see, because we do a lot of these as hostess gifts, party favors when people come to the house. You can just fix them up and give them to everybody, because when they open up and see what's on the inside, they're going to be just fine with what they get. But with the pre-cut 10-inch square, the little box candies that you can buy, if you wanted to do Lindt chocolate or something really nice, you can. But I just picked these up at the dollar store, and they fit right down inside, lots of different flavors, and they're really colorful. And you can put that right down in there. Or if you wanted to just fill this with candy, that would be fine too. But you can see how quickly that's done. I could not live without my serger. One other thing I wanted to show you, even if you're doing little party favors and things like that, you can do it with different types of fabrics. So you be sure to come and pick up some layer cakes and see all the great new things we've got in. Make sure you give us a call for embroidery party. Slam that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks. It's Kim from Carolina Sewing Back.